All right, we'll start with an opening statement from Coach.
Jackson doesn't look like a 0-3 team. Jackson, and they're supposed to be at the top of their conference this year, and I can see why. They have older guys who are physically strong and very athletic. Individually, very good. It's a good win for us. I thought controlled the paint defensively and rebounding wise. I thought Andy got in and scrapped right at the end, got 2 or 3 50-50 balls that made a big difference. And Tavion was aggressive. I think we'll get better contributions as we go through with different players. Even Tucson, when he got in there, he contributed. So we'll just keep getting better. We're trying to, find out, okay, where we are. George, as always, gives you all those hustle points and is doing a great job for us. So I think you're clarifying positions and roles, and I think it'll start cementing and getting better as we go through the season.
With Obina specifically, one rebound shy of a triple-double tonight, 10 blocks, bunch of points. He's been playing well so far this season. Tonight, what was it that made him so successful? Just more of the same from him?
I just agree his abilities. It's not a miracle, or it's not one game. He's just growing as a player. He's doing it every day in practice. You can see it. When you're growing, it's not always a level move upward. Sometimes you dip down a little bit, but I fully expect to continue his growth. He left some stuff out there. He's 7-11. He's a better free throw shooter than that. That should be 9 of 11. He had some shots where in around the basket that either they got their hand on the ball where he exposed it, or he's a little bit too quick and missed a shot. He's going to do all those things. They're going to get better and better. And those stats are even going to get better and better. And, of course, as he grows, we grow as a team.
You talked about Andy hustling tonight. I know last game you wanted to see more out of him. You close to getting to what you want out of him, despite maybe the low point output?
Well, I think he's doing what he does. And he's a point guard. He's got to keep us in the flow of everything. And when you say low total points, what do you have, 11? My estimation, that's double figures. I think he's one off of a double-double, I believe.
He had a double-double.
He had a double-double. So, I don't know what you're looking for, but that's plenty good. Now, can he make a few more shots? Will he hit? Yeah, he's going to do that. And I think as he gets comfortable with running the ball club and not maybe the main line or getting off the ball and being able to shoot from off the ball, but always handling the ball, I think he'll get better and better with that. And then I think the rhythm of scoring will get a little easier for him.
Just 4 made three-pointers tonight, Dan. I know that's something that's kind of been a thorn in your guys' side the last couple of games. What do you got to do to turn that around? Is it just a case of keep shooting and hope they go in, or is it something mechanical you can fix it in coaching? Just what's going on there?
Well, I don't know. If I knew, we'd be shooting the ball better. Before yesterday's practice, we made everything. I can't tell you. We're either one of the best three-point practice shooters in the country, or, it's just shots right now. The rhythm, maybe the speed up and the intensity is, we haven't caught up with it yet, but they can shoot. Really our guys that shoot it the best really are the ones that are shooting the least, and the one that probably shoots the less, shooting best. I mean, Gorin is leading us in three-point shooting. I think he's like 65% or 655. And, Andy's one of our best three-point shooters. Tavion's a good three-point shooter. Marco is a good three-point shooter. And those guys will eventually get there. Now, I put Fricks in because he is a very consistent outside shooter, just to see if physically he wasn't going to get hurt trying to guard guards, having to stay in quick guards. But I thought he looked pretty decent. The longer he gets out there and the more comfortable he gets with taking shots, he's one of our most consistent three-point threats. So, we'll see if that grows into something. And he can make us better if it does.
Coach, how big of a win is this for you guys as a team after a tough loss to Campbell on Thursday night to kind of come back on a couple of days rest and really kind of give Jackson State a good win?
Well, anytime that you win a Division I game, it's tough. I remember my very first year, I was sitting on the bench and opposing coach, and I don't know which team it was, came over to me. He said, people don't realize how hard it is to win one Division I game. And, it's big in that we played tonight and we won. That's a big win. But as far as it being bigger or more important than anyone else, no. It was that game, and that game made it a big game. So you got to win it. And now we're going to go Tuesday night against a very similar team in Louisiana, maybe a little bit bigger. And same thing. It's a big game. Why? Because we're playing on Tuesday night. So they're all big games. You got to go one at a time. And I think if you get into the one's bigger than the other, or I got to get more ready for this team, that team, you're going to find a lot of you're going to get some upsets and bad things happen. So we just have to come in and approach every game as a big game.
Coach, Gabe Watson really started getting it going for Jackson State in the second half. In a couple of really just tough, difficult shots, good defense, but just better offense there from Gabe Watson. Whenever Jackson State gets really close there after that little run and about a minute span, a 7-0 run, I believe, from them, what do you tell your players there whenever, you essentially had the contest in hand, but then they kind of get going there and kind of make it tough there before you all end up locking down? And I think you all made them 2 of their last 15 shots, I think.
Well, when they came over, we were sitting. You can't sit down in front of a guy that is a willing shooter, especially if he's used to making it. And, all these guys have a lot of experience of playing college basketball. And, I think what's his number? The Williams kid, Williams or Freeman. Which one played at Huntington Prep? A little bit. He was there. Maybe didn't play, but he was there for a little bit. But anyway, he was one of the top 30 players in the country at high school. So all these guys have played at a high level and have ended up at Jackson State. And they're talented kids. And they rebound well. They're very physical and hard. So what we told them was, you can't sit down and get quiet in front of people. Get up into them and force them into where they have to come over Obina, really, who was in there. Just don't let them just pull the trigger in front of you as easy as you're letting it. Get up, make him put it on the floor, and then we'll rotate the help in there. And I think toward the end of the game, that's kind of what you saw. They moved up a little tighter, stayed a little stronger on them. To me, when I played, I got somebody like Al. I was going to get up to him knowing he's driving. So I'm up there physically, but I know where he's going. So I know my first step is pretty quick because I know where he's going. And we've got to make sure that our players realize there's somebody that's hot, and you got to get down and as they say in the NBA, you got to make him feel you. You got to make that offensive player feel you as a defender. And if you can do that, then the percentages most of the time will come in your favor.
Another impressive performance too from Obina. What has really, or I guess talk to, the kind of jumps that he's made from freshman year to second year here in the program, and just defensively. I mean, he's been all over it. And of course, offensively too, knocking down a bit more of his free throws as well, a little bit more consistently too. Let's talk to his improvement from freshman year to second year.
Well, one thing, he's a gym rat. He stays in the gym. He's always practicing to get better offensively. And then he went into the weight room to get stronger, more explosive as a defender and rebounder. So he put in all the work. I want to congratulate Matt, the weight room, for working with him and getting him to this point. I want to thank our managers and GAs who come in tirelessly in the summer to rebound for him and help him get better as an offensive player. But, you know, you got to congratulate the young man for his work and what he does to get better and better. So, he's still a neophyte as far as offense. You know, he was a good defender in high school. But the difference between high school and college is that you have a lot more in high school. You just kind of free flowing. You don't have assignments. You can kind of roam a little bit. You can lay back sometimes. You know, obviously he was physically taller and longer than 95% of everybody he played. And when he gets to college, now he's got certain assignments and they start thinking a little bit. And they look a little slower and less explosive because they're trying to figure out, okay, how do I play and where am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to do? And then all of a sudden he's watching film, which he does. I thank my assistant coaches for sitting down with him. He's watching film. Now he's getting a feel for it. Now he's not having to think. He's back almost doing his assignments, but in a roaming type of play that he was in high school. Now you're seeing him rebound and block shots. Offensively, again, he's just touching what he can do. He worked on his shot, I think, so much better than was when he first got here. His shooting has got correct form. It's a matter of time to where he really feels it in the game. And he made I know one move he made, posted up, came off and shot a little fall away in the lane. He's going to keep getting better and better at that stuff. And when he does, we're going to become a very good basketball team.
Good guys.
All right, fellas, let's go watch Indiana and Louisiana play. They're on TV.